Back in 2017, I scaled my agency from zero to $10,000 a month in 45 days. And so here's what happened. I had previously owned a full service creative agency. We were doing about $600,000 a year. And it was me and four other business partners. And oh my gosh, it was one of the worst experiences that I've ever had in my life. I had a pretty bad fallout with my business partners, and I decided from one day to the next, just cut things off, and it was going to be better for everybody. So I went off on my own. The problem was that I was completely broke. I had a really bad credit score, and I literally had nothing. Okay. I was at this point in time, I started living with Pili, who's now my wife, because as I said, I had nothing. I really wanted to build a life with her. I knew that she was the one. And ultimately, I knew I had to figure this out. There was a coaching program at that time that I wanted to be a part of. It was $8,000. I couldn't afford it, but I knew I had to be a part of it. What I did is that I reached out to my dad. My dad couldn't lend me any money, but he said, "Hey, well, look, I have these connections at my local bank. Let's go talk to the guy and see if he can borrow you some money." We went to go talk to the banker. Because my dad was friends with him, they were able to loan me $3,500. And mind you, this was not enough to cover the program, okay? But it was enough to pay for the first month. What happened was that I said, you know what, dude, we're gonna burn the boats. There is no turning back. And my back was against the wall. I joined the program, paid the first month, and 45 days later, I hit $10,000 and I was able to make enough to pay the next payment for the program and so on and so forth. But this is one of those crazy things that, hey man, look, there's been several times where my back's been against the wall. And what has always gotten me out of it is being able to actually advertise and spend money to make money. You know, you just kind of have to have that desire, right? So that you can actually get to that next level in your business. And so that was a crazy story. Super appreciative of my dad helping me out at that time. Obviously, Pili as well, who kind of supported me during that time when I literally had nothing. I tell people all the time, business is hard, but at least it's never boring.